someone. We pledge allegiance to Mama Liberia. Let's vote our leader, oh my fellow Liberians. That time has come on, Liberia must rise. At the Liberty Party, everybody is someone. We pledge allegiance to Mama Liberia. Let's vote our leader, oh my fellow Liberians. Liberty, oh liberty.
Liberty, oh liberty. Liberty, oh liberty. Liberty Party National Headquarters, Gandhi Junction, Monrovia, Liberia. Press conference by me, the chairman of the Liberty Party.
Thank you.
Touching on the party just ended council sitting held in the city of Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, August 5th, 2020. Members of the National Executive Committee of the Liberty Party, eminent citizens and stakeholders, members of the clergy, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow partisans. Let me extend best wishes to you, our esteemed partisans and members of the Fourth Estate, for responding to our calls, even during this period of national pandemic. I begin this statement by commending all of our partisans, especially our chairpersons from the 4 regions of the country, for going against all odds and showing up in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County to participate in the National Executive Council sitting of our party to pass on basic pertinent issues to the aspiration of our party. The crux of our gathering here today pertains to situations that overshadow our National Election Council sitting. Before and during the event, as chair that you were elected, it is my compelling obligations to keep you informed about evolving situation within the party, so that you are in a better position to make an informed decision about development within our party. As you will recall, following the controversial 2017 legislative and presidential election, Liberty Party, under the stewardship of our founding father, Councillor Walker Bronsky, held an executive council sitting in the city of Boima local county, especially in 2018, among other things, that setting elected new corps of national leader for the next 6 years. May we all rise just for a minute of silence for the passing of Councillor Charles Walker Bronsky. Thank you very much and amen. Considering, however, the challenging realities of time, the council sitting agreed that the new leadership will proceed to review our constitution with the aim of amending or obviating provisions that do not conform to contemporary political environment. Fast forward, the new leadership team reinforced the Vonyama mandate by including in the resolution a reconciliation to be held in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County on January 18, 2020. Out of that reconciliation retreat, resolution mandated the Advisory Council to set up a Constitution Review Committee, the CRC. The CRC was constituted along with a parallel committee responsible to organize an executive council sitting for the purpose of validating and adopting the revised constitution, among other things. Fellow partisans, members of the Fourth Estate, Liberty Party, I have provided this background information so as to link you to an unfortunate situation that is now disturbing the peace, tranquility of our party, the Liberty Party. A situation that you and I are now prepared for now. As to the review, validation, and adoption processes, our constitution provides that chairperson of the counties must be delegated to the sitting of the Executive Council. It was not by accident, therefore, that the CRC extended invitations to chairpersons of the county to participate in the process. Strangely, however, we realized that the chairman of the National Advisory Council, a non-administrative structure of the Liberty Party, Mr. Musa Hassan Belete, intercepted the county chairs in Kakatama, Gibi County, where he encamped them for 2 nights. But prior to this situation, our advisory council chair had also dispatched our vice chair for operation, Ero Jala, to meet and concoct a petition, to put them together, and concoct a petition along with the county chairs seeking to endorse Mr. Musa Hassan Belete as the national chairman of the Liberty Party, while I am still seated as chairman and other EC member. I stay enjoying the legal terms on the executive committee for 6 years.
I feel cool.
At this junction, I became confounded, confused, and I started to ask questions as to what was at stake. But on closer examination, I realized that a plot was in the making, and that plot has failed.
A failed plot.
Amanda! Jaja, Liberty Party here to stay, Jaja.
And the plot was not only failed, but the heavy hands have been exposed.
Yeah.
All the heading have been exposed.
The Constitution Review Committee, with a limited mandate, has also proceeded outside of orbits to begin planning for a special convention to be here in September 2020 for the unlawful, unnecessary purpose of electing new leadership from the Liberty Party. Where did this CRC obtain its mandate from to set convention date? Who authorized such a convention? We are the people of Liberty Party. We should authorize it. Our Constitution, under review, provides in Article 8 that the standard barrier, since Councillor Bronski is no more for now, our political leader may call a special section of the National Convention to be called the Special Convention. It also states in Section 2 of the same article that the Special Convention may be called for a general or limited purpose, as laid out in the special order issued by the political leader or the standard bearer, in the case, the political leader. In the middle of the review process, the CRC, in conjunction with the committee constituted to plan for the executive sitting for the purpose of validating and adapting the Constitution under the influence of, again, Mr. Musa Hassan Belete, who had already set September 5th, 2020 as the date for the special convention to elect new officers. The question is, what prompted the committee to have moved in the direction of convening a convention and setting a date?
There was no cause.
When did the CRC, when the CRC had not completed its work, when the CRC, the Constitutional Review Committee, had not completed its work to make submission to the National Election Committee and the political leader, where did they get the authority from? To get the authority, the work had been completed, and then the political leader will make the determination. The political leader had not made any declaration of the need for convention, either through a written order or in a meeting of the executive committee, as contained in Article 8. So where did the committee derive its authority? Who authorized them? As is now crystal clear in the action of Partisan Musa Hassan Belete, he may have been working closely with some members of the CRC and the Executive Council Planning Committee and a few members of the Executive Committee in plotting the removal of the leadership that was elected in Boyema 2019, to include your longest and hard-working Secretary General, Jacob Julius Smith. As evidence here too, we notice alarming language in the proposed revised constitution under section titled Transitional Clause. The language in the transitional clause sought to apply the law retroactively. That means we can the law behind. Laws will go beyond or laws will go in from.
Forward.
That means can the law behind. But mandating that upon coming into force of the revised constitution, all position to include your chairman position in 2018 are automatically dissolved. That a special convention is to be held in 60 days of the adoption of the new constitution. Today we say no.
No.
The party say no. Why we say no? We want to register serious aversion to this on account of the following reason. Why we say no? You know, Liberty Party is the party of law. We say no, but why are we saying no? Number one, we say no because the unconstitutionality of the transitional clause. Laws cannot be applied retroactively. You can't get law beyond. That's what retroactively means. The fact that we all have agreed to review our constitution does not necessitate the dissolution of the EC in which I am the chairperson. The second one is emotional, the Liberty Party. You know when Bronsky passed away? November 20th. Less than 1 year. Hey, my people, the men who formed the party. Less than 1 year. What we can't wait after 1 year?
Oh, yeah.
That's our second reason. What we say is that the emotional, and I say emotional, who here don't know what Bronsky did for us? A man of peace, a man of justice, a man who will approach people, who will reach out to everyone. The emotional dimension of holding convention in an acrimonious environment. What do you call acrimonious environment? Unsatisfactory environment. Environment that is charged emotionally. People vex. People thinking, people missing Bronsky. They say, let's go have election. On the 1 year of the passing of our founding father and former political leader, Charles Walker Bronsky Jr. Today, we say no.
No.
Everybody in Liberty Party say what? No. We have suggested as a midway between what they want and our legitimate position, that the party should give a minimum honor to the man who shaped our institution so significantly, the man who funded the Liberty Party so sufficiently, the man, when he died, we all cried. Let's give him 1 year. And by extension, our national democracy, by allowing a death anniversary to elapse, i.e., November 20th, 2020. After that day, the leadership could determine a feasible date. These two fall on deaf ear. Musa Berete and his group who go on all length to run the convention in 60 days. We're not afraid of convention. We're not afraid of election. You voted for me in 2018. You can vote for me again in 2023. You can vote for me again in 2020. I was saying, well, let's get Bronsky in 1 year. Amen. After that, we can go for election. That's the second reason. The third reason is the potential negative effect of holding a convention in an environment acrimony, when the party within the framework, the CPP, is facing crucial election, especially in Grand Bassa and Massachusetts County. My people, the Liberty Party, you know how CDC fighting us. You know how CDC fighting us. We're fighting hard to make sure that Senator Yobli Kanka Lauren is re-elected in Grand Bassa County. We're fighting hard to make sure that Senator Abraham Dowdira is re-elected in Massachusetts County. Then how can we be doing that and say, go for election again? One divide was strength. A part that is divided is likely to fall. So we say no to that.
Oh, say the chairman is watching.
So we think that the election in Grand Bassa and Massachusetts County far outweigh any benefit to holding an election now. Again, we have requested that in order not to dampen our chances at the post-2020 midterm election, the convention should be suspended, notwithstanding its impropriety, to allow us keep our focus as a team, as a unit, as together we can do
Better.
As together we can do better.
Yeah.
We thought there was a significant compromising position. These two fell on deaf ear. We were not insensitive. We didn't want to take all. We had a go in between. We had a common ground. We suggested a way forward. And the way forward suggested was not just for us, but for Liberty Party as an institution. At this point, we believe there was something beyond the mere change of leadership.
Yeah.
Beyond that thing here. I did something on it,
Yeah.
something on it.
Yeah.
Senator Motte.
And we are prepared to get to the bottom of that something that is on it.
Thank you.
Something inside.
Yeah, so this is
Something on it.
we'll go after
We're
it.
willing to go to that something that on it.
Yeah.
As the proceeding of the setting got more clouded with signs of delegate being over the compromise, a good number of EC members, to include myself, Jacob Smith, Senator Jonathan Kape, several other persons, Clark Tume, we all boycotted the second day section. Absolutely, there was nothing logical one could suggest to save the day. We did everything, but all fell on our deaf ear. Later, we were informed that the political leader, Senator Yobikanga Lawrence, used her reasonable judgment to call for an adjustment of the 60 days convention plan to now read within 150 days.
Yeah.
She changed it now from 60 days to 150 days because of Boca Day.
Sure.
We implore the political leader for the foresight and leadership to protect the best interest of the Liberty Party and the memory of a legacy of Councillor Charles Walker Bronsky. We are constrained to deduce that there are just too many things to be desired of the demand of Mr. Musa Hassan Benede and some EC members for the holding of convention within 60 days and the solicitation of petition from chairpersons of the counties. Even when the appropriate decision-making layer of the party had not ordered any such convention, the following theory is what in our mind would think may have transpired. I said the following theory.
Yeah.
Theory number one, that Mr. Musa, let me tell you what they have said. They say, oh, that Musa Benede got plenty of money to sponsor all of our campaign, to sponsor all of the budget. No, I didn't say car. That Mr. Musa Hassan Benede has money to sponsor the campaign budget of our candidates. Where? Well, if this be the case, he does not necessarily have to become chairperson now before doing so.
Sure.
If you got plenty of money, bring it down.
Yeah.
Let's work together. Because remember what? Liberty Party.
Yeah.
As a party, we want to hold a bigger stake. As a party, if you want to hold a bigger stake, which he did before during our election, Party Benede could go ahead and do so. We won't necessarily be chairman now.
Yeah.
There will be an added advantage to his bid for the chairmanship after the midterm election. Do what you want to do. After the midterm election, come and run. If the Liberty Party feels said for you, they will vote for you. If they want me, Steve Zago, they will vote for me. Let's hold the Liberty Party together, my people, so we can shame the devil. Let us what? Shame the devil. That let's see what they say about me. They say, Chairman Stephen Jogo Amadou Zago Olofa Kande, do not spend money. This is completely untrue. As I have since extending to the chairmanship of Liberty Party, being involved with expenses related to Liberty Party operational expenditure significantly, including Liberty Party cooperative effort with Bonkane Senator Dada Toba. You remember how Liberty Party supported Dada Toba Bonkane? That budget, I sponsor it. You remember Darrell Dillon campaign? Most of that budget, I sponsor it.
I'm a witness.
I provided vehicle for the youth wing of the Liberty Party. Contribution to the rental obligation. Personal assistance to ordinary people and partisan. My people, I'm a traditional person. What the left hand does, the right hand don't know. I can't do good and be saying to everybody I do good. So I can say, I get a party money, I get a party money. Is that good to do? No. We the country people, we don't do that. When we do good, we live over God. Let me tell you what another thing is. That there is a perceived threat of a Liberty Party, Unity Party born within the CPP, in which I, the chairman, could play a role in cementing, and that setting higher up do not feel comfortable about this. Let me tell you what they say. They say I'm from local country. I'm a Pussy Bunny man. Joseph Walker is from local country. He's Gizzy man. They say if I remain as chairman of the Liberty Party, I will allow the Liberty Party and Unity Party to work together and kill one candidate. So that's the fear they got. And that is not true. They were never discussed. Let me tell you the next thing they said. That certain invisible hands. That certain invisible hand is playing behind the scene, behind the role, to ensure that the Liberty Party, a valuable member of the collaboration, is put in this area, so as to undermine the cohesiveness of the CPP. You know, the Liberty Party is important. If you go in the street of Monrovia, more people are announcing that Liberty Party town. But you see people that say Liberty Party town, say Liberty Party collaborate with CPP. If we are saying no, say they left book building, Liberty Party no book, they won't work with nobody. So say despite if I no book, we will work with people. Despite if our councillor prepare, we will work with people. Councillor was charismatic, but he built an institution. And an institution that is only charismatic is not well built. When the charismatic leader died, the institution died. Since God talking away, has Liberty Party fought it?
No.
And with God's grace and the blessing of Councillor Bronsky, Liberty Party will live on.
Oh.
Fellow partisan, I'm concluding now. Fellow partisan, member of the 4th Estate, we are a democratic institution known principally for using the rule of law as our guide in dealing with conflict situation. Everyone know Liberty Party. We can join the student vex. What do? We go to court. Our founder was a legal luminary, a fine political icon, a good lawyer. Even when they cheated out on 2017, what did we go?
Go to court.
We went to the Supreme Court. And when the Supreme Court, who is the founder, better said that we were, they said we're wrong. They said that true, some of the things saying. But we're not egregious. Then you want people, they say we're not egregious. You know why I want me? They say we're not too big. But any fraud, vitiate anything that is legal. And iota of fraud, vitiate anything that is legal. So if you identify fraud, it should have vitiated the result, we go for re-election. They did not do that. Did Liberty Party join the street? No. We did not join the street. That the kind of people we are. We will continue to be so. Sure. No matter what is said about us, we will be civil. In our other party, today will be 40 years. Yeah. They want to tell me for anything happen. But you see me vex? They want them for a year, that's what they want to do. But the pro fail. The hailing have been exposed.
Yeah, that's the party right there.
Liberty Party will continue to be so as we strive to improve our internal democracy while remaining as such, while we will be civilized, while we will go to court, while we will not cause noise. Let no one take it for granted. We will exercise zero tolerance with any attempt to corner Liberty Party in the darkness.
Impossible.
Did you hear what I said?
Sure.
While we remain humble, while we remain civilized, while we remain loyal body, no one will corner Liberty Party in the darkness. Yeah. We will bring Liberty Party in the light. Because our Secretary General has said the Liberty Party is a democratic-centric institution. When we talk about democratic-centric, it's in the middle. It's not behind the darkness. Indeed, we are at the crossroad, Liberty Party. They say, who got money? They say, Liberty Party, who got plenty of both people, but who got money? My people, let me call all of us. Let us rise to the challenge. Let us, as of today, start to open an account and start a dollar rally. Let us start a dollar rally. So when I say we got money, we tell them we got money. But we got our own money. We don't depend on our money. We depend on God's mercy. The Liberty Party, we are at a crossroad. We cannot play to the proverbial ostrich. We must recognize that the threats that are being posed on our cohesiveness and unity of purpose. They know that we are cohesive. They know that we are united. They want to put on the nerve on the things that held us together. As you know, when CV said you're voting for the part, the Central cannot hold.
When things fall apart.
When things fall apart, they have put a nerve on the thing that hold us together. My people, let us not allow the nerve to cut us. Many of our policies have devoted valuable time to ensure that this party succeed, alone or in a collaboration with others. You have worked. Many of you are taking your time. Look at all of men and women under the sun. All because you love Liberty Party. No money brought you here. It's the love from the days of FOB and Liberty Party that got you here today. It has been, I'm appealing to our political leader, Senator Yobli Kanga Lawrence, the general policy on Liberty Party, to go beyond the rephrasing of the convention clause by being definite about the 150 days language. In law, language need to be clear, it need to be concise, it need to have no doubt. Let us reconstruct the one within 150 days to say 150 days. Within 150 days and 50 days are two different languages. Though there's also 150, but there are two different languages. When you say within 150 days, it can be 100 days, it can be 50 days, it can be 10 days, it can be 20 days. But when you say 150 days, that means that 150 days, nothing less than 150 days. We would like to see an exact language that set the convention day at 150 days after the council sitting. Again, about the party, we appreciate all of you, our partisan, for remaining calm, and urge you to remain as we are settled for this matter. Please do not be violent. Be calm. We will remain here every day to make sure that our request is up here, so that together we can do better. Thank you very much, Liberty Party.
Chuck Master.
Liberty Party say yeah. Just on my thumb. Liberty Party say yeah. Just on my thumb, Liberia must rise. At the Liberty Party, everybody is someone. We pledge allegiance to Mama Liberia. That's what our leader, oh my fellow Liberians. Just on my thumb, Liberia must rise. At the Liberty Party, everybody is someone. We pledge allegiance to Mama Liberia. That's what our leader, oh my fellow Liberians. Liberty, for liberty, 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 for liberty, for liberty, for liberty, for liberty, liberty. Everybody vote for Brazil. Vote for Brazil. Everybody vote for Brazil. Vote for Brazil.
Well, we want to say a very big thank you to our dynamic chairman in person of Senator Steve Chokpa Amadou Zako for the very powerful press statement. We will not be entertaining questions and answers because as such it is a press statement and not a press release. So we say thank you to our media colleagues. To the Parisian, we say thank you for your coming.